The front porch is an iconic feature of American homes. Its popularity can be traced back to the mid-19th century when it became a prominent feature of American architecture. The porch has served as an important space for socializing and building community with neighbors. But in the last century, we've seen a decline in front porches in favor of private backyards and staying indoors. There are three major factors that sped this decline: cars, air conditioning, and the television. The demise of the American front porch started in the 1920s. As streets became noisier from cars, families began to retreat toward the rear of the house. New houses started to be built around commuting by car. As the car became more accessible to the middle class, convenient access to the garage became more important. The first attached garages began appearing in the 1920s. Attached garages meant that people went from their car straight into their home without having to interact with their neighbors at all. Next, we have the introduction of the home television set. By the 1950s, TV replaced radio as the dominant broadcast medium. And then by the 1960s, most new homes were being built with central air conditioning. Before the invention of AC, the porch was essential, especially in the South. It provided shade from the hot sun and brought in a cool breeze. AC replaced the porch's function of providing airflow. All these combined factors helped push people indoors. Now, going back to the influence of cars, the suburban development boom of the 1970s and 1980s solidified the design of all activities taking place in the back of the house and away from the street and neighborhood. For the most part, suburban communities were not designed to be walkable and were instead designed around cars. Also, zoning standards had an impact on the orientation of the houses. Because of how car-dependent America was built to be, walkable communities have become rare in the United States. The front porch used to act as a catalyst for helping you get to know your community. But all of these factors have contributed to a culture of privacy and isolation. If we don't see our neighbors or hear our neighbors, then we don't have to care about our neighbors. Earlier this year, in May, the United States Surgeon General declared an epidemic of loneliness and isolation, saying that 1 in 2 adults reported experiencing loneliness even before the COVID-19 pandemic. For a country that is severely lacking in free public gathering spaces, no wonder people are lonely when the two options are spend time in your private home or spend money when you go out in public. Bringing back the front porch means bringing back a transition space where you can exist at home but still be out in the world. More people are now realizing the importance of front yards, and the interest in functional yards is now increasing. Suburban yards used to be purely aesthetic, but now more people are trying to incorporate backyard elements into their front yards. For example, fire pits, gardens, play areas for kids, and dining areas. Having a porch is only a catalyst for social interaction. So even if you don't have a front porch, you can still get to know your neighbors and get involved in your community. And the good news is that a lot of urban communities are having a comeback with walkable neighborhoods. Street standards are changing to be more pedestrian-focused, and houses are being built with front porches more frequently again.